Money in the Bank 2019 is in the books, and you know what? I know a lot of people are going to be very, very vexed with the ending we had tonight, but I'll tell you this. I am not 100% mad. I'm not 100% mad. WWE put a poll out yesterday asking what was the greatest Money in the Bank match ever. And I struggled with thinking about that yesterday because I really couldn't think of one that really stood out over all the others. The cash-ins are always great, yeah. And it's hard to pick what the greatest cash-in has been. But in terms of just the match, it was hard for me to kind of pick a favorite of all time. Tonight's Money in the Bank ladder match might have been my favorite all-time Money in the Bank ladder match. Might have been the greatest Money in the Bank ladder match of all time. I mean, you had Andrade in there with that powerbomb spot on the Finn Balor off the ladder, where the ladder bounced back, shot Finn Balor back up in the air, and then he landed on it one more time. You had Randy Orton with that RKO on the Drew McIntyre off the ladder. You had guys like Ali and Ricochet out there tearing it up. I mean, this match was... It's going to be hard to forget this match next year, and the precedent that's been set by it now is going to call for these Money in the Bank ladder matches that it might just be unattainable to find a better one in the coming years. But just when we think that Ali is going to reclaim that straight shot to the top that he had going for him at the beginning of this year, who do we get but Brock Lesnar? This man shot down to the ring, pushed Ali off that ladder, got up to the top of it, and then proceeded to lose his mind like a madman. He's shivering and shaking up at the top. Gets to the top of the ladder, pulls down Money in the Bank briefcase. Brock Lesnar is your 2019 Mr. Money in the Bank. Is that ideally who I wanted? No. No, I cannot say I did. When Sami Zayn was taken out early in the night, the first things that popped in my head was Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt. Because I would think Braun would have taken a spot back. He didn't. Okay, and once they did that backstage segment with Triple H, I figured that wouldn't happen. But then I thought, oh, well, this is where they're going to debut Bray in ring. And it's going to give him a chance to mix it up with a couple guys, see who he really meshes with styles, and who they're going to put him in a program with going forward. But Brock Lesnar running down to the ring, sprinting down. This man did not take one bump tonight. This man did not hit one F5, not one suplex. This may have been the first suplex-less Brock Lesnar match since 2012, honestly. Am I happy Brock Lesnar is Mr. Money in the Bank 2019? No, I am not. But let me tell you what will make me happy. If Brock Lesnar cashes in Money in the Bank on a man like Seth Rollins or on Kofi Kingston and loses, that will make me happy. If Brock Lesnar proceeds to go into a program with one of these men who he's just screwed out of Money in the Bank, like, oh, I don't know, Mustafa Ali, who was fingertips away from grabbing that briefcase, that will make me happy. Because Brock Lesnar can still be used to propel a guy from one level to the next. A guy like Ali is sniffing the main event scene right now. Sniffing the main event scene. He's working with top guys. He was in a position to become WWE champion at the beginning of this year. The one thing that could propel him up into superstardom is a solid program of Brock Lesnar. And not a match where Brock Lesnar just throws him around for 20 minutes. Ali gets about 2 minutes offense and then gets taken out with one F5. I'm talking about a proper program where Ali says, hell no, you did not just take my opportunity away from me to become world champion. I worked too hard for this. I'm taking that briefcase back. And maybe he doesn't get the briefcase. Brock could still take that briefcase, cash it in whenever, do whatever he wants with it. That's fine. I'm not okay with him becoming champion again. But if he wants to do that, that's fine. You could still have the program Ali before or after that program for the title with Brock. Brock, I have a feeling, isn't just going to do a surprise cash-in. Brock is going to turn in his briefcase, say, look, in Saudi Arabia, I want my match with Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. I almost guarantee you that's what we're going to get. What we get coming out of that, I don't know. But it should be an angle that will help propel a new guy to the main event scene. Because right now, that's what WWE is really lacking, that main event feel for these guys. I want to feel the same way about Ali, Andrade, Drew, all these men we saw busting their asses tonight, Ricochet, in that Money in the Bank ladder match. I want to feel the same way about them when I see them on TV that I feel when I see Brock, which is, oh my God, what is this man about to do? Brock is not one of my favorites right now because his formula is the same. He's very formulaic. Every single match he has is almost identical. That being said, this man can still draw the ire of the crowd whenever he shows up, especially in an unexpected fashion like he did tonight. That being said, Brock Lesnar is your 2019 Mr. Money in the Bank. I'm a nice mixture of disgusted, shocked, and hopeful that they make something of this. But I know that's not the general consensus out here tonight. I'm sure most people are leaning toward the disgusted aspect of this. So I'm going to be very interested to hear what other people think. That being said, Brock Lesnar is your 2019 Mr. Money in the Bank. Do I know where this is going from here? No. But in the meantime, I guess we got to see where it's going from here. What are they going to do? Are they going to have him do a surprise cash-in on Rollins? Is he going to do a surprise cash-in on Kofi in Saudi Arabia? Is he going to formally announce a challenge like Rob Van Dam did? Who knows?